can't sleep either, then?
No.
Big day tomorrow.
Could be.
There's nothing else we can do.
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be fine.
Who?
Joe, it's his driving test tomorrow. Isn't that why you can't sleep?
Oddly enough, no.
Oh, what then? Indigestion?
Tomorrow I should find out whether I've got the editor's job or not.
Oh, God, I'm ever so sorry, Bill. I completely forgot.
Is this unnoticed?
Are you that worried about it?
Well, I didn't think I was, but I suppose I must be if I can't sleep.
Oh, you'll get the job. You're the best person for it.
Yeah, you know that and I know that, but do the board know that?
Well, you need to take your mind off it.
There's some hopes. I can't even go to Harpo's for a quiet drink.
You've been banned?
No. No, it's like Beirut in there. Richard and Callum spend all their time fighting over who's the father of Liza's child.
Hasn't she told them yet?
No, I think she enjoys the fact that they're running around after her.
How is her ladyship? Hasn't fallen down a manhole or caught some rare tropical disease, has she, please, by any chance?
Yeah, you know, knowing my luck, if you two ever met, you'd probably end up liking her.
Well, you met her and you didn't like her, and Hannah met her and she didn't like
all right,
her.
point taken. None of this is helping me to relax.
No, right, all right, I'm sorry, try this. Stretch your legs out a bit.
Oh, I don't think even your famous herbal massage will help me relax at the moment.
Oh, no, I wasn't thinking about that. Can't be bothered with all that.
Eh?
No, I thought we could watch the Guys and Dolls video.
When you meet a gent, paying all kinds of rent.
What's this? Name that tune?
Bill couldn't sleep.
I'm not surprised if you're whistling.
Have a good evening.
And half the night.
I'm thinking of leaving home.
Don't think. Do it.
I think I was worried about telling you.
Where would you go?
We fancy travelling.
We?
Yeah. India, the Far East. I've nearly saved up enough from working at Harpo's.
Who's this we you're talking about?
Well, Adam and I have been talking, that's why I'm so late.
Talking?
Yes. We've been talking about what we want to do in the future.
Ah, he, figures in your future, does he?
Yeah, I think so.
Huh.
What does mean?
Nothing, it's just... I thought he was a bit of a pretentious twerp, isn't he?
He's all right, he's a bit full of himself. Still, if he hangs around Hannah long enough, she'll soon knock that out of him.
Oh, nice.
The women in this family have a habit of making sure that no man stays happy for long.
Listen, you, shut up or I'll show you the phone bill.
Oh, no, please! Not the phone bill! Anything but the phone bill!
Yes, I'd love a cup of
Oh,
tea.
I'll have some coffee if you're putting the kettle on.
Please, could you please just keep the noise down? There are people trying to sleep around here.
What shape is a T-junction sign? Joe, what shape is a T-junction sign?
T-shaped.
It's triangular. It's a triangle. Look, this is important. They ask you things like this, don't they, Hannah?
Didn't ask me that.
Well, they do. You know, what shape things are, whether they're round or square.
No, those are the windows on Play School.
More likely to ask them about motorways.
Now, there you are. That's useful. What did they ask you?
Can't remember.
Oh, come on, Hannah. Give him some advice.
Have a lobotomy.
About the driving test.
Don't offer him money, don't tell jokes, and no handbrake turns.
Oh, come on, give him something a bit more practical than that. It's not that long ago since you took your test.
Mum, all I remember was that my examiner had bad breath. When he turned to me and said I'd passed, I nearly passed out.
Here we go, stopping distances. Now, if you're travelling at 40 miles an hour, what is your thinking distance?
He wouldn't have a thinking distance.
It's 40 feet. Oi, listen to this, important. Don't forget it. Now, if you were travelling at 30 miles an hour, what is your stopping distance?
23 metres.
No.
It is.
No, it says 75 here.
That's 75 feet, Mum, same as 23 metres.
In old money.
Oh, stupid.
Oh, that'll be 10.
Dear, I hope he's cleaned the car.
I'm not going to pass my test because the ashtrays are empty.
Yeah, excuse me, it makes a good impression. Listen, good luck.
Right, I'm off then.
Have you got everything?
What do I need?
And don't forget, open the door for the examiner.
That'll get you a pass straight away.
Yes, and have you cleaned your shoes? Well, here, look at his feet, you know.
Why don't you take Mum with you? She can sit in the back seat with some shoe polish and the hairbrush.
Keep calm.
Like Mum does.
And take your time.
Oh, and Joe, don't let it worry you that it's Friday the 13th.
Thank you, Hannah.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Cheers.
Good luck, Joe.
Thank you.
Your mother giving you plenty of advice?
Yeah, clean my shoes and empty the ashtrays.
That should do it.
Richard?
How was the gynecologist? Very thorough.
Why is he with you?
Just looking after my interests, pal.
Callan, as you know, is decorating the nursery. He's been helping me shop for curtains and bedding for the bassinet.
I could have done that.
Why should you? I know what my baby's gonna fancy looking at from his cot.
Bassinet?
Oh, yeah, bassinet.
It is not your baby. Tell him, Liza. Tell him.
Oh, do stop bickering, you two. My gynecologist says I need rest and calm.
Ah, your ankles are looking a wee bit swollen, hen.
Yes, thank you, Callum. I'll have a lie down shortly.
You may need to be carried.
Oh, well, that lets you out, then.
Callum, go and clean out the deep freeze.
I'm a barman, not a butcher.
And I'm your boss, don't forget.
All right, I'm going.
Quite forceful with him, don't you think?
This is an extraordinarily unhealthy atmosphere.
I'll put on the air conditioning.
That's hardly the answer. I may have to stop coming here.
Oh, don't say that.
If you continue to allow smoking.
It's not easy to stop people smoking.
I think it is.
Business will suffer.
Would you prefer your business to suffer or my child?
Well, there's no choice, of course.
So you'll make Harpo's a no-smoking zone?
Consider it done.
My body is going to be pure and healthy for my perfect baby.
Our perfect baby. It is my baby, isn't it?
Richard, how do you feel about private education?
I feel whatever you feel.
I feel that nothing is too good for this child.
If this child is mine, the world is its oyster.
The dates my gynecologist has given me do seem to coincide with our fling en France.
I knew it. I'm going to look after you, cherish you, wrap you in...
Cashmere.
Let me take you. You can browse through the Mothercare catalogue.
Yes, not quite yet. There's something I need.
Oh, me too.
You're the only one who can give me what I want.
Oh, you miss me. I, too, have counted the hours.
I had to come.
At last, my love requited.
I had a desperate urge for herring patty and a pint of Tizer.
Well, he failed me.
Oh, no, why?
That examiner was an Arsenal supporter.
Oh, no, don't go in the kitchen. Floor's wet. Hang on. So, you're telling me that the examiner failed you because he supported Arsenal and you're a Tottenham Hotspur supporter?
I'll never admit it, but I got the message.
Well, I knew you shouldn't have worn that stupid scarf.
I'll pretend you never said that.
It's dry now. Well, if that was all that he failed you for, what did he put on the fail certificate? Mounted a roundabout?
Did you? Well, it's no big deal. I mean, the flowers were well past their best.
Listen, don't worry. Lots of young blokes fail first time.
Well, Steve didn't. Neither did Neil.
Yeah, but they think that young blokes like you are a bit cocky and need to be taken down a peg.
Well, I'm not. I drove brilliantly.
What about the roundabout?
What? I was just avoiding this stupid woman in the middle of the crossing. I mean, some people...
Yes. Did Ted say you should take another test?
Yeah, I filled in the form.
Well, there you are. That's all right then. Forget about it. It's not so bad. I tell you what, I'll take you out to lunch. Yes?
Yeah, great.
Oh. Hello?
Faith?
Oh, he failed, I'm afraid. Yes, but he only made one mistake, apparently. He went through a roundabout. Not a very big one, apparently. But the examiner was an Arsenal supporter. So that did it. Anyway, I told him lots of young blokes fail the first time. Oh, Bill, by the way, if you see Hannah in Harpo's, could you tell her that Caroline's trying to get in touch with her?
Could you shut up for 5 minutes about your flaming kids?
What? What's the matter?
I phoned to say I didn't get the editor's job. David Bryce has got it. He's a fast-track ideas man with international experience, so I'm told.
Bill, I am so sorry. That's a bit of a shock, isn't it?
Certainly is. I don't know what I'm going to do next.
Well, you mean you might not stay at Vista?
At the moment, I feel I'd like to set fire to the place.
We'll talk about it.
Over lunch, come up and meet me.
No, I can't, Bill. I've said I'd take Joe out to lunch, you see, to cheer him up, because he's fed up. I tell you what, we can meet tonight.
Wouldn't you like to consult your diary?
Why don't I come to Harpo's and we can talk it all over then?
Are you sure your children will let you out?
Oh, bums. Oh, come on, cheer up. It's not the end of the world.
Oh, it's really embarrassing.
No, it's not. Lots of young blokes fail. It is not embarrassing.
Yes, it is. I told everyone I'd take them to football practice tonight.
In what?
Well, your car, of course.
I'd like to see your desserts.
Certainly. Vicky, dessert menu here, please.
Why don't you just tell me yourself what you've got in that nice voice of yours?
Well, it's fairly comprehensive.
Do you have any fresh strawberries?
We most certainly do.
I'd like a little something with them.
Cream?
Large brandy. Why don't you join me?
Well, that's very kind of you, but as you can see, we are a little...
Well, you remind me of my first husband. Have I told you that before, dear?
Once or twice.
You're not eating properly. You need a woman to look after you.
I'm perfectly fine, thank you.
I'm going to give you a big...
Vicky, could you see if there's a cab outside? Hermione's gone again.
brandy.
One's just pulled up. Faith's in it.
Well, tell the driver to wait, then come back and give me a hand.
I live alone, you know.
Yes, I know.
Why don't you come home with me?
Well, that wouldn't be very practical, as you can see.
Well, good night, dear.
Good night, Mother. I'll ring you tomorrow.
Hello, Richard. Oh, hello, Mrs. Smith.
Oh, hello, dear. Do I know you?
It's Faith, Mother, remember?
Excuse me, Richard, Bill hasn't phoned, has he? Only I'm a bit late.
Well, I haven't seen him.
Is she all right?
Yes, I better see her home. I won't be long if anyone's asking. Thank you.
He's a good boy, Richard.
Yes, I've heard he's a good boy. Bill hasn't phoned, has he?
He hasn't, sorry.
Where is everyone?
Callum's at the cash and carry, and Hannah isn't due until 8.
Oh, right.
Can I get you a drink whilst you're waiting?
Yes, I'll have a white wine and soda, please.
Where's Richard?
He had to take his mother home, Liza.
Well, did he leave me any message?
I don't think so, but Faith spoke to him.
A contraction. What's your excuse?
I don't like you.
How can you possibly say that? You've never met me before.
You've been hanging over my life like a malevolent bat ever since Bill and I got together.
You couldn't forget him.
You wouldn't let him.
I didn't force him into anything. He had a choice.
And he chose me.
Yes, but he hasn't married you yet, has he? He married me, of course.
And divorced you.
There was a moment when he felt our life was too exciting and he wanted something ordinary.
I heard he left you because you behaved like a tart.
Did Bill say that?
No, he's too much of a gentleman.
Which is why he needs a lady in his life and not a housewife.
What he doesn't need is a foul-mouthed, manipulative bitch with the morals of a skunk and the sensitivity of a cement mixer. Haven't you got an answer? Oh. Is it another contraction?
It would seem so.
Oh, how often are they coming?
What do you care?
Because the baby's probably on its way.
Don't be ridiculous. This baby is arriving on the 24th at 11:30.
How can you possibly know that?
My gynecologist has booked me in for a cesarean.
Liza, there is such a thing as natural childbirth.
That was not an option I considered.
Have you asked the baby?
Shall I call an ambulance?
I don't think there's time.
Richard will drive me.
Oh, don't be so ridiculous. He's not here.
Well, Callum, then.
No, he's at the cash and carry.
Well, I'll drive myself. I've got the car.
Don't be daft. Give me the keys. I will drive you.
Impossible. I have a top-of-the-range BMW. You wouldn't know what to do with it.
Has it got 4 wheels and a steering column?
It has electric windows, power steering, and cruise control. I don't imagine you have that on a Skoda.
I wouldn't know, but I do know how to drive a BMW. Now, come on!
One scratch and I'm suing.
Oh, save your breath, Liza. Here, time your contractions.
Oh, haven't you got a Rolex? That was extremely turbulent. I'm surprised I didn't have the baby in the car.
If babies were delivered by mouth, you would have done. Yours never closed.
isn't the Wellington.
No, of course it's not.
My gynecological team are at the Wellington.
I didn't have time to take you to the flaming Wellington. It's the other side of town and it's rush hour.
Take me to the Wellington.
Look, if I take you to the Wellington now, your baby will be born in the Piccadilly underpass.
This is an NHS hospital.
Yes, of course it is.
But I'm private.
Look, this is no time to discuss your health insurance policy.
I refuse to give birth with other people.
Fine. Fine. Get back in the car then and I will dump you in a field and you can have it behind a haystack.
Where are we? This isn't West 1, is it?
No, it's the Elephant and Castle.
The Elephant and what?
Castle, near Vauxhall.
I don't believe it. My child will be born on the wrong side of the river. Has that been thoroughly disinfected?
Get in.
I'm Booper. Take me somewhere carpeted.
Oh, I thought this was a smoke-free zone.
Major developments. Liza's in labour.
Blimey, that was sudden.
Having my baby.
My baby.
There can't be many mothers to be with two expectant fathers pacing the floor.
A while the truth will out and I shall be.
You'll be the godfather, I promise.
I've had just about enough of this.
Calm down, Richard.
Tell him you're fired.
Now is not the time.
It's all been such a strain.
Yes, I know, for all of us.
Now, when she needs me most, I'm not with her.
Yeah, I would have been with her if someone hadn't sent me to the cash and carry.
And what could you have done? I've been to antenatal classes. I know about breathing.
Come on, you don't even smoke.
It's all right, they're only herbal.
You see, you can't even have a real man's cigarette.
You don't smoke either.
Oh, well, I'm not inhaling.
Then what's the point?
Tradition.
Traditionally, you should be doing it in the hospital waiting room.
Oh, if only I could.
Hi, Bill. Fancy a drink?
A large scotch, please.
I'll get it. Driving me crazy, those two.
I'm not surprised.
Glad we know which of them is the father of this flaming baby. It's like high noon in here at the moment.
Isn't your mother here yet?
Ah, this is the best bit. Liza went into labour here and everyone else was out, so Mum had to take her to the hospital.
Faith has taken Liza to the hospital?
She even drove Liza's car, Vicky told me.
I can't believe it. All these years I've wondered what would happen if they ever met, and now they have. They've gone off together. Are they speaking?
It was hate at first sight. They had a major dust-up before they even left. Wish I'd been there. Makes Clash of the Titans look pretty small potatoes.
Oh, where are they now?
Nobody knows. They're not in the private clinic Liza booked into. Richard checked.
Oh, what about the local hospitals?
We don't know which name Liza's using. Could be Ferrari, could be Richard's name, could be Callan's.
Well, have you phoned any of them?
You know how iffy hospitals are about giving out information. We're just waiting for the call. Of course, Mum could have just dumped her in the river. My money's on that.
So, this is what you get on the NHS, is it? Poor tailoring. I don't think there's a dart in it. At the Wellington, they have attractive robes in pastel shades, specially designed. Do you have any moisturiser?
Not here.
I don't suppose you carry many cosmetics.
No, just a bucket of polyfiller.
How can I possibly manage without moisturiser?
Look, I know it's mind-blowing, but some people have babies without even a touch of lipstick.
How long will this take? I mean, should I cancel my aromatherapy class in the morning?
Liza, look, I've got to go. Bill's waiting. Your bag's on the chair.
Don't go.
We are in very good hands.
Please, Faith, stay with me.
Why don't you go home? I'll tell Mum where you are if she phones.
Oh, I think I'll hang on to the bitter end.
Could be all night.
Well, closing time anyway.
I think I'm going to take 5 minutes. Nobody else seems to be exactly working themselves to death.
So, tell me about this trip with Adam.
Oh, well, it's all a bit vague, really. We'll probably be away about a year. We fancy South America and India especially. I'm supposed to come in and talk about it, actually, but he's not very reliable with the time.
Bit of a risk, you know, going off for someone you hardly know. It's a big enough risk going off for someone you know quite well.
Yeah, we've thought about that, but we're prepared to rough it.
I think I'd last in a tenth of 5 minutes with your mother.
Neither would I. Fortunately, I'm not going with my mother.
So, you think you and Adam will get on all right, eh?
Well, he hasn't got any nasty habits. None that I've noticed, anyway.
So you don't notice them till you live with them.
He doesn't snore.
Good.
And he changes his socks every day, and he doesn't call me babe or darling.
Well, as long as he doesn't sing along with the radio.
Yeah, Mum does that, doesn't she? Well, maybe sing's not quite the word.
Or leave the top off the shampoo or tell terrible jokes at parties.
Yeah, but they're not big things, though, are they?
Never is the big things. Oh, Sorry, I've had a bit of a rough day.
It is Friday the 13th.
Yes, with a vengeance.
Why, what else has gone wrong? Oh, Joe's driving test, but no surprises there.
No, I don't mean Joe.
What's up?
Well, compared with the drama of childbirth, nothing really, I suppose.
Are you worried about Mum with Liza?
Well, not them. I just fear for anyone caught in their crossfire.
What is it then?
I didn't get the editor's job.
Oh, Bill, that's rotten. Does Mum know?
Yeah.
What did she say?
She said she was going to take Joe out to lunch.
Tell me if it's none of my business, but is there something wrong between you?
Oh, I don't know. Not getting this job's made me feel a bit restless. Take no notice of me. I'm in a funny mood tonight.
So's everybody else.
I bet you can't wait to get away from all this. I really envy you.
Do you?
Yeah, it's a great big adventure.
Well, more an economy-size adventure, I think. 2 sleeping bags and a tube of insect repellent.
Don't take any risks. That'll be Faith. I'll get it. Harpo's Bar, Bill McGregor here. Yes. Fine. Okay. Michael Davidson, your mother says your dinner's on the table.
I managed to get hold of Bill. He was in Harpo's. Everyone's there.
Did you tell them about the baby?
Oh, I knew there was something. Of course I did. Here.
Isn't there any decent china?
Now, don't start, Liza. I've been all the way to the canteen for this.
I can't imagine how anyone ever has more than one child. It's so undignified and messy.
Yes. Wait till he's sick down your cocktail frock.
Do you know, one of the nurses said that babies eat every 4 hours, even at night. That can't be true, can it?
Yes. Well, I'm afraid it is, and then they cry the rest of the time.
Nanny will be busy, won't she?
What are you going to call him?
Well, I haven't entirely decided, but it will certainly be a single-syllable name, probably George. He's bound to be knighted, and 2 syllables is rather vulgar with a title.
Yes, that's absolutely why I called my son Joe. Oh, here he is, all cleaned up.
I shan't, of course, let this baby change my life. I don't believe in spoiling children. It can't be good for them.
Oh, no. Quick clip round the ear, then straight to bed with no tea. That's how I brought my children up, and look how they turned out.
He's got blue eyes.
All babies have got blue eyes.
Oh, this is the most extraordinary feeling.
Yes. I think it's called love.
Would you like to hold him?
Oh, thank you. Oh, yes.
He's rather sweet, isn't he?
He is. He looks just like... He looks just like Bill.